good question. So many people feel like they are happy, but they are really not happy. Happiness they cannot able to measure. Happiness is such a feeling that it gives the bliss and it is continuous. But whereas the what you feel, that happiness is actually temporary, that endure not for long. And we can see that in this material world, the happiness is like very flickering. So as you see the cold now, then after some time that will disappear and heat will come in the environment. So that cold and heat, it will keep changing, and similarly the happiness and distress or keep moving on. It's like flickering. For example, we can see that a person who is not knowing swimming, if fallen into water, a big water well, then he will drown within the water. But because he has air within his bellows, so he may come out. For a very short time he come out. And during that time, if he is thinking he is happy by taking the breath outside, then he will go again. Or by drinking some water out of fear, so he will go again down and then again come back. So 2-3 times like that, he was given a chance, he was given a free will by that water. So water, the science has given some free will, so he can choose what he can do. So within fraction of second, he will again drown back. So during that time, when he comes out, instead of trying to take something, some water, something like that, if he either clap the hand or he call out for person who is neighbor, so call out for help, then definitely a person nearby can help him. But rather what he is doing is simply wasting a time, and out of his fear he is drinking more water, and so that he is trying to take the water, and rather he is harming his whole body and drowning into the water, and so destroying his whole body. Similarly, being in this material life, we have to utilize the body. Rather what we are doing, we are misutilizing the body, thinking that spending this body by doing sense gratification, and by doing such sense gratification he thinks that it is happy, but it is not happy, but rather he is actually purchasing the distress. So that happiness is very flickering. Chapala sukha laba lagire. Chapala sukha, it is a lava. Lava means what? Very short, very short. So during that short duration, he is trying to experience that happiness, and that happiness also lava. Lava means very small, very teeny. So this happiness is not the real happiness. The real happiness, which is the bliss, being in association of the spiritual thing only, one can nourish it, one can relish it and become happy. That's bliss. So that spiritual attachment comes by thinking that this body is not you. Whatever the happiness or the comforts or facilities coming for the body is not the last longing, as well as the happiness, whatever it experiences, is not that happiness, real happiness. This is very teeny, sukha, lava, very short, very teeny, as well as very short. We have to get the real happiness. The real happiness comes when you realize that this body is not you. You are sitting in this body. Like you see the vehicle. If you are sitting in the vehicle, does not mean that that vehicle is you. That vehicle is your vehicle. Car is your car, but not you. Similarly, this body is not you, but this body is your body. You have to utilize properly. By knowing very properly and utilizing this body, you can nourish the soul. So that is the spiritual happiness. So once you get this spiritual happiness, you will be always happy and detached from this flickering happiness and distress, so that you can survive. The person who is drowning again and again within the water, so by calling out, when he comes out and when he call out, Krishna, help me. The persons in the spiritual planet, so you can just call them for help. And those persons who are already connected to Krishna or in the spiritual planet, they can help you. So you have to just call out. So simply you have to say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By calling this way, addressing the energy of the Lord, Radha and Krishna, you can definitely achieve that spiritual connection. So by that you will become very happy. That is the real happiness you will gain. But whereas in this material world, whatever you experience is very teeny, very short, and we don't know when we will fall off, when we will drown within this water.